Hi guys, what's up? My name is Tess. Welcome back to my channel. I am a licensed esthetician, and today I want to talk about one of my favorite ingredients, one that I think is so beneficial to the skin, and one of the most universal ingredients everyone can use and everyone should be using, but the trick is in choosing the right one. So I want to talk about the benefits of vitamin C, the mistakes I see people commonly making with vitamin C, and how to choose the right form of vitamin C for your skin. I hope you guys walk away from this video having clarity around vitamin C and some of the possible things that can go wrong when using it, so that you can make a more informed decision when incorporating it into your skincare routine. If you guys like this video, it would mean so much if you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more, and let's get into it. Okay, let's get into the benefits of vitamin C, because all of the benefits are basically things that friends and clients of mine ask how they can address in their skin. I think there are so many companies that have realized putting collagen or collagen booster on a label will make you want to buy it. Vitamin C is one of the few ingredients that will actually do this, in addition to retinol, but vitamin C is actually going to stimulate those fibroblast cells and produce collagen. So that's what we want for anti-aging benefits. Vitamin C also has a lot of benefits for lightening. It is a free radical scavenger, meaning if you live in a city with pollution or really anywhere where your skin is battling daily external elements, it's a really, really important one. For that reason, that's why I say to wear it in the daytime. Lastly, vitamin C is going to prevent those UVA rays, so the aging rays, from reaching the basal layer, the bottom layer of our skin, where it can cause that aging damage. So a lot of attractive benefits for vitamin C. I bet by now you're hooked and you know you want it. So let's get into some of the mistakes people start making when they first buy vitamin C. The first mistake I think people make is not using vitamin C in the correct order with their skincare products. To have a molecule that is small enough where it really reaches deeper layers of the skin, which remember we want to fight that UVA damage, the smaller molecule, the better. So that tends to mean that a serum is the best way to incorporate vitamin C in your routine. Not to say that other creams and even sunscreens with vitamin C aren't an added bonus, but you will want to make sure you're using a vitamin C serum so that those really tiny molecules can get in there and do their job. The next mistake I see is people not using vitamin C at the right time. Now, there's a lot of anti-aging products that use vitamin C that are designed for nighttime use, and not to say it's wrong to apply vitamin C at night. Sometimes I will actually do that when I am taking a night off from my retinol, but you will want to always make sure you're using vitamin C in the daytime, because again, it's going to be a free radical scavenger. It's going to fight pollution and sun damage, so you really want to make sure you incorporate it in your morning routine and use it in conjunction with a sunscreen. Next mistake I see people make is exposing their vitamin C to light and air. So this can happen by accident if you don't close the top tight enough, or if you happen to leave it out on your counter where it can get hit with sunlight. Another mistake I see actually isn't even the consumer's fault, and that is just purchasing products that do not have the proper packaging for a vitamin C. A vitamin C should be in a dark, typically a dark glass bottle, so that it has less of a chance of oxidizing from sunlight. When it gets hit with light and air, the product will become less effective. So you want to make sure you store it in a cool, dark place, such as your medicine cabinet, and only purchase formulas that have the correct packaging for vitamin C. Now, I think consumers have become very savvy and they are privy to a lot of the points I talked about before. This is where I think it gets dicey, and the next mistake I see people making is investing their money in the wrong formulas. So what I think most people don't understand. This is not your fault. It's because marketing plays such a heavy role in our decision to purchase certain products, and then on top of that we have influencer culture. We have all these people talking about their favorite products, so it's easy to be influenced to buy a certain formula based on what you see somebody else buying or what you find attractive on a shelf at Sephora, things like that. So what you need to understand, and this goes for all skincare, but especially for vitamin C. When you invest in professional grade formulas, you are investing in the carrier, the pH balance of the serum, and the molecular weight of the serum. So I know that's kind of a mouthful. The carriers, the pH balance, and the size of the molecule. These play a very crucial role. When a formula does not have a balanced pH or a small enough molecular structure, the vitamin C cannot penetrate as effectively, and it will not reach the basal layer of the skin, which is where it does all of its hard work in terms of collagen production and preventing those UVA rays from damaging your skin. When you buy a less expensive formula, you might think, this is a steal, I'm paying $10 for vitamin C as opposed to $80. And it seems like a no-brainer, but when you are buying less expensive formulas, it tends to equal less refined formulas. Less refined formulas that have a higher molecular weight and that are not pH balanced cannot be as readily absorbed by the skin, and they cannot penetrate as deeply to be as effective as more professional grade formulas. In order for over-the-counter formulas to be sold, to be approved, they legally are not allowed to be as effective as professional formulations because they could technically cause harm to the skin with improper use. Next point I want to make that is a mistake people make is choosing the wrong form of vitamin C, and we're going to do a deep dive into the forms of vitamin C because there are two I want you to understand. But in choosing the wrong type of vitamin C, you may be choosing one that is overly sensitizing your skin, or you may be choosing one that is not as beneficial as your skin could potentially handle. Last mistake I see is using the wrong percentage for your skin. So both 10%, 15%, and 20% are considered professional grades of vitamin C. However, I think a lot of times people will tend to go for a higher percentage, thinking that more of a percentage of vitamin C equals better for their skin, and I want to get into why this isn't necessarily the case. Okay, let's get into the two types of vitamin C's that I commonly see. Both are extremely effective for the skin in terms of receiving all of the benefits, but it just comes down to which one is a better option for you. So let's start with magnesium ascorbyl phosphate. That is the non-acid version of vitamin C if you were to flip over the label and look at the ingredients. So magnesium ascorbyl phosphate is the more preferred stable ester as opposed to L ascorbic acid. So it is obviously not an acid like L ascorbic acid, and I think what a lot of people don't realize in incorporating vitamin C into their routine is that it can be acidic. So that means it's going to have a buffing effect, a slightly exfoliating effect, can be stimulating on the skin. So there's some people that just cannot tolerate an acid form of vitamin C. So if you are one of those people who has complained of your skin feeling like it's burning or you're breaking out after using vitamin C, you may want to consider using magnesium ascorbyl phosphate. Again, this is readily absorbed by the skin, and the rate at which it is absorbed into the skin is just a little bit slower and more controlled, meaning you're going to get all of the benefits of using a vitamin C. However, it's just going to happen more gradually. Magnesium ascorbyl phosphate also increases transepidermal water loss, just a fancy way of saying it has a very hydrating effect on the skin. So a good option if you tend to be on the dry side, but since it is non-irritating and it tends to hold on to water, this makes it really ideal for rosacea prone, sensitive, breakout prone people. Just any type of person who has complained that their skin feels like it's burning or they feel like they're breaking out after vitamin C. Everyone should be using vitamin C. Again, the trick is just finding which one is a better option for you. So if you are any of those things and you want to avoid the commitment of breaking out from a vitamin C or just slowly compromising your barrier, which we don't want, you may want to opt for magnesium ascorbyl phosphate. This is an ingredient that is widely available. Again, you just want to be very careful where you choose to purchase it from. I get a lot of questions like, what do you think of the Kylie Skin Vitamin C or the Ordinary? My advice would be to strictly purchase professional grade products, especially vitamin C. This is an area you don't want to try to cut corners because, again, you'll have a less effective formula, especially when it comes to magnesium ascorbyl phosphate. Some of the formulas are really poor and they can actually oxidize and become ineffective very quickly. Okay, as opposed to magnesium ascorbyl phosphate, L ascorbic acid tends to be a very popular formulation of vitamin C, and this would be ideal if you don't have sensitivities. Your skin tends to be really strong, really sturdy. For example, a client who's been on a good basic professional grade routine for some time, has come in for regular facials and treatments, their skin's in a really good place, and they got it there by, starting out with a good core routine, slowly adding in vitamin C, and likely increasing the percentage. So that person, this tends to be people who are really concerned with hyperpigmentation or anti-aging, so a lot of times it's older women. They tend to be a good candidate for L ascorbic acid as long as they are not sensitive and they can tolerate a little bit of stimulation in their skin. I have mine right here. This is the Obagi Professional C serum, and we do offer this at the medical spa I work at. We also have different formulations. We have a magnesium ascorbyl phosphate, we have a 10% vitamin C, and we have the 20% here, which is what I use. Now, to get to this point where I was using it, it has taken probably about a year and a half, and that started with, oh man, it's been a journey, but started with just really refining my core routine, getting me on a good cleansing, toning, and moisturizing routine, finding products that, got me to a place where my skin was stable, I wasn't breaking out frequently, and I was slowly able to increase the percentage of vitamin C I used in my routine. Now, when we talk about percentages, I think people also have a little bit of confusion there. So the higher the percentage of vitamin C, the higher the concentration, the saturation of the ingredient, the more potency you're going to get at the basal layer of the skin, and that's where changes are really produced in the skin. So when I say that, you're going to get more potency, more saturation at the basal level where it matters with your percentage of vitamin C. That's where I think a lot of people think, oh, I should jump to the 20%. But I think from my professional experience, looking at a lot of skin, a lot of faces, a lot of people with different types of issues in their skin, the way to go is always slowly but surely. We never want to just throw a lot of anything at a skin that can't handle it. So the answer with skincare is always slowly, gradually introduce something and gently over time increase the percentage. Because if you go for the big guns, if I were to go for 20% right off the bat, without having the right base of a proper routine and without slowly introducing vitamin C, the skin can be reactive, the barrier can get compromised. That's when you'll have sensitivity, redness, breakouts, which we obviously don't want. But if you are able to tolerate a higher percentage of vitamin C, and again, you've taken the slow steps to increase that percentage, L Ascorbic acid, something like a 20%, is going to deliver incredible results. You're going to have a really strong skin. You're going to have reduced redness. You're going to be able to lighten pigment and give the skin the ingredients it needs to produce collagen and fight signs of aging, fine lines, and wrinkles. So if you are able to tolerate somewhat of a lot, 20% L Ascorbic acid is a beautiful option. Okay guys, just to recap a few things we talked about: types of vitamin C's, the two different options, magnesium ascorbyl phosphate versus L ascorbic acid, two different options, one for more sensitive first time vitamin C users versus more normal skin types that want the full effect of anti-aging and that can handle it. We talked about the effects of vitamin C, anti-aging, lightening, free radical scavengers, antioxidants, so very important for helping to keep the skin strong and healthy. We talked about proper formulations and what goes into buying a vitamin C that's going to be effective. We talked about how to store your vitamin C. So yeah, I think that's quite a mouthful. If you guys have any more questions about vitamin C or any questions about other ingredients, please let me know in the comments. It helps me create video ideas and produce content that you guys want to see, that's helpful to you, helpful to just bettering your skincare routine and your skin's overall health. Again, when it comes to vitamin C, purchasing skincare, it's something that I really feel you should have a solid understanding of skin as an organ before it's talked about. Not to say, you know, others shouldn't have their opinion, but as a vital organ, as your largest organ, I think it's very important where you get your understanding of skincare. So please remember that and protect your face. Okay, thank you guys for listening. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.